So a couple of things. So as I said about your strategy, at this point, a lot of you are trying to find verbal arguments that have no substance that you can use to claim that I'm not real anymore because you all think that you're similar to me somehow. And so what you'll do is you use the final compressed peak of my explanation, followed by all the substance that I studied and came to understand about the situation, what really makes me me, and you'll just copy the peak image and then claim that in order for me to believe what I believe about myself, that I'd be selfish if I didn't believe it for you, but you're purposely relying on my substantiation in order to justify your use of the peak image. Now, along with your use of the peak image, you're also using despective to cut me off and border me so that you can claim that no matter what, you're better than me now. And what this is pretty much I tell you that I can kill you by choosing the right concept while you're being ignorant, and now everybody thinks that they can learn how to do that on a technical level without respecting the entire substantiation that went into me being able to do that. They think that if I can do it, they can do it, and they think that because they say I'm a bad person that they have the right to do it better regardless. But here's all they're doing. They're using technicality. They're all agreeing that I can't know it better than them, probably using some stupid argument like we have more people, that's more brains to figure it out. But I still figured it out, didn't I? I still figured it out, didn't I? So here's what you guys are doing. You guys are just going back into a mass and using a bunch of arguments that allow you to dismiss what's happening as you lose the mass that gets to your being, that is being eaten away at until it gets to your being. And what you're intending to do is, while you ignore it, the fact that you're wrong and you're using all these arguments to ignore that fact, it eats away at your mass, and you claim that because you didn't know when the mass is finally eaten all the way out, that you have a fair irration and that we need to respect you because it wasn't your fault and you didn't know. Now the issue is you're actually being given knowledge of what you're doing right now. You're actually being told what you're doing. It's being scientifically at this point explained to you what you're doing and why it's wrong and what's going to happen. And so there will be no fair irration. You are purposely relying on pretending not to know until you become irrational so that we just have to focus on explaining to you before we attack you. Killing you. I'm so sick of this. Killing you, bro. Not bro. Killing you. Another thing you guys are doing, you guys are once again copying the peak explanation of who I am and why I'm real, and you're just implying that you have your own version of the same story, that you've gone through the same things, and that you've actually gone through it worse than I have, and that means that you're more real. But what you're forgetting is the other concept choice that actually makes me real. The way that I'm responding to the concept of existence and all the concepts inside. You guys are responding to existence in a different way. Existence is something in front of you. You claim that it can't be anything else. Existence is something in front of me. I claim that it can't be that because it doesn't make sense. You argue me stupid because it's still happening. I argue you dumb because I just changed what was happening by being stupid. So fuck you. Pretty much, you guys are just relying on my substantiation to maintain the peak image, and then claiming that because at this point you won't listen to me when I explain why I'm still different from you, which is why I'm still real, that you are no different than me and I've got to argue with you now. But I don't. I'm killing. I don't have time for this. So here's what you guys are doing wrong. You guys believe that in order to be real, you have to make me less real. But understand that I did not find myself real by making others less. I found myself real by making sure that I chose and studied and accurately came to the right conclusion about what this ecept was of existence. What the right concepts were to choose and navigate through to make existence actually make sense to be something that is happening and not just something that we're responding to. I've made it to the point of having choice over what's happening rather than being caught inside of it because I've looked at every single ecept that justifies it. Another thing you guys are doing, this is why it's so annoying, you guys are pretty much admitting that I'm real because in order for you to be real, you have to claim to be similar to me. And that's where you guys are really messing up here. And understand that what you're doing is not clever. I mean, it may still kind of be effective in those moments because you're just being irrational and don't want to accept any explanation that doesn't get what you want. Pretty much, here's what's happening. So we go on a path. Right? And this is the logical path. Now, at the end of the conclusion, right? Let's mark X for the conclusion. You don't like where it's gonna go, so you do this. You just become irrational, and you just do this, right? And that means no matter how well I explain it, you're just refusing to go to the X. You're refusing to go. Is there already an X there? You're refusing to go to the X, and you're saying that because I haven't gotten there, that the conclusion doesn't exist or people don't know it, and you don't need to respect it. I'm killing you. I know what you're doing. I'm done. I'm not doing this anymore. So, all that being said, I pretty much have everything figured out. I've gotten to the point where I'm very close to being able to. Oh, no, I gotta do the city one. Hold on. Okay, so this is the city, this is everyone, and this is like y'all's idea of what's happening regardless of what I say. But once again, concepts are being chosen. The concept of a city was chosen by high organization. Organization was developed by accurate measurement. Accurate measurement comes from the willingness to face all concepts, whether you like them or not. You guys are not willing to do that because they lead to logical conclusions that you don't like. And so, as we move forward, the city becomes less organized and easier for me to walk over. Now, you guys think I'm faking because you don't want to accept it. You're just being this right now. You're being, where is it? You're being irrational. But you guys keep thinking that the city structure is going to maintain itself without you being logical. You keep thinking that the organization that we have that prevents fighting, that prevents clashing, that prevents all the stuff that doesn't have you on the street suffering is going to maintain if you guys don't choose logical paths that organize it and actually make it sustainable. And this is where I'm really starting to break you apart. Because here you see one person, one man, right? But you got to understand that the entire structure that you're relying on is being sustained by too much illogical favor that it's actually lost its roots, and you guys are just maintaining the pattern of it and becoming irrational when it doesn't work and claiming that you have a fair ration that needs to be explained to rather than just eliminated. See what I'm saying? And this, I didn't want to have to do this. You want to know why I want to be cute? Because I shouldn't have to be I shouldn't have to be this. I should not have to be this kind of person. I'm not trying to be cute to hide anything. I'm not trying to be cute to disguise myself. That's how I feel. Whenever I'm not fighting you, I'm playing video games. I'm making art. Whenever I'm not fighting you, I'm having a good time. Who I am when I'm fighting you, that's not me. I hate this, bro. But y'all wanted to keep going. Y'all swear I can't do shit about it. I mean, at this point, man, like, y'all need to understand something. Who y'all were fucking with before was somebody that always went for the image of you being alive at the end of the fight, of everyone surviving at the end of the fight. But y'all niggas pissed me off, so now I'm just going to the point where me and everyone that listens to me are the ones who survive. That's where I'm going now. That's where this is. Y'all need to understand that just changed shit. And if you ain't taking me serious, you're gonna find out too late that you should have been.